Okay, Tuesday, boys and girls. For Tuesday, today, what you're going to do on the last week of homework for the year, we are finding 3 words you don't know, and you're going to look them up. Okay, so here is what I'm going to tell you. Do not be lazy about looking up the words. Okay, so you're going to write the word here. On the line, you're going to write the word, and then you're going to tell me what it means. Okay, you only have to look up 3 words, so it should not take you that long. Okay, and then we're going to, this says that it is a quiz, but obviously it's not, it's part of homework. So you're going to, we're doing adding and subtracting fractions quiz. So you're going to find the sum means to add, or the difference. If you're finding the difference, that means to subtract. And then for this next one, it says go step by step. Okay, step by step. Okay, and I will show you how to do something like this. Okay, and then this says use visual fraction models, equations to solve each word problem. You probably don't need fraction models. If you would like, you could go ahead and draw a picture, and we will do one of these so you can see how I would do that. And then you're going to do this one here. Okay, it says use fraction models and equations to solve each word problem. So this says what operation. So I'm wondering if we don't want you to solve it, but we want for you to tell us what operation are you using. But if you can solve it, go ahead and do that as well. So we'll take a look at that one. Okay, so Tuesday, let's go ahead and start reading the Exodusters, Tuesday. In the year 1879, a fever spread throughout the land. This was not a fever that makes the head hot and the body ache. This fever was a dream that spread through a people. This fever was caught by many who longed for a life of freedom and an opportunity to own and farm the land. African Americans were on the move. Families and friends gathered and talked about their dream. Together they began the long march west to a place called Kansas. In the Exodus in days of old, so the story goes, a man named Moses led his folk to the fertile land and a better life. So too did African Americans, known as Exodusters, march to the promised land of Kansas. The Civil War had brought freedom at last to slaves. After years of shackles and service, these men and women deserved a new start in life. The U.S. government offered them the chance to settle some land on wide open plains. For African Americans, this was an opportunity to leave the shadow of someone else's fields, which was an opportunity to enjoy their own harvest. America was poised to offer this gift to men and women new to freedom. The land was promised to any and all who agreed to homestead at least 5 years. All that it cost was a $5 fee and 5 long years of backbreaking toil. Toil was not new for African Americans, but to own land was a dream come true. They came by wagon, on foot, by steamboat, and by rail. The Exodusters left the South behind and came to Kansas any way they could. In their minds, an image was taking shape, the image of the Black pioneer. Yes, the African American pioneer was about to tame the wild frontier. Okay, so you're going to find 3 words that you don't know. You're going to put them here, and you're going to look them up. So give us the definition of what they mean. Okay? Okay, so on to this. I'm going to do one of each problem here. So find the sum or difference. So obviously we're going to start with the sum. Okay, so this is going to be very easy. So the denominator is the same. So if the denominator is the same, then you're just going to move everything over. So I noticed that this denominator is the same as this. Okay, and then you're going to add the numerators. What is 3 plus 2? 3 plus 2 is 5. So this is your numerator and this is your answer, 5. 5/6 or 5/6. Okay, for this one right here, it says go step by step. Okay, so we're going to start with this one first. First thing I'm going to notice is that I have denominators that are the same. So I'm going to go ahead and not make any changes to that. That is going to stay the same. My answer is going to have the denominator of 8. Okay, so then I'm going to move to the next part. Next part I'm going to notice is that the numerators are different. Well, this is plus, so all I need to do is add them. What is 3 plus 1? That is 4, if you said 4. So I'm going to put the 4 on top. Now, I have to... Now I have to add, because this says add, my whole numbers. So what is 2 plus 1? 2 plus 1 is 3. So I'm going to go ahead and put 3. And my answer is going to be 3 4/8. 3 4/8. That is your answer. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's go ahead and read this problem. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay, use the visual fraction models and equations to solve each word problem. So at the basketball game last week, Max made 3/8 of the team's baskets and Caleb made 1/8 of the baskets. What fraction of the baskets did Max and Caleb make together, score together? Okay, so together. So what operation, what is together? When we see something that we're going to do together, we're going to put those things together. That means that we are going to add. That is what together means. Okay, so you're going to add those fractions. Okay, so we have 3/8 plus 1/8. Okay, remember your denominators stay the same, so that's 8. And you're going to add 3 plus 1. So what is 3 plus 1? That is 4. So 4/8 is the answer. Don't forget to put what operation it is. Okay, so that is 4/8. Okay, so that is going to be your homework, boys and girls, for Tuesday.